Welcome back to the channel that pulls no punches when it comes to your money. Today's myth, this video, infinite banking does not work in a recession.
That's right. The economy crashes, you're stuck with a policy you can't use. People say it all the time, and frankly, they couldn't be more wrong.
But hey, we get it. It sounds too good. So in this video, we're going to break down what actually happens to these policies during recessions and whether infinite banking is a risk or a rescue plan.
All right, Jonah, let's separate the headlines from the hard facts. So where does this myth come from? People think when times get rough, like during COVID, the 2008 housing crisis, or heck, even the dot-com bubble, these policies just shut down. Like, poof, your cash is gone. No more access.
But in reality, during every single one of those downturns, the mutual companies behind these policies kept right on paying the guaranteed interest rates. Not only that, they also kept paying dividends as well.
Now you say that, Jonah, with the idea that these people are just supposed to believe you like you've got some sort of Dave Ramsey cult following. Why not just prove it to them instead? Let's show them one of the company's dividend notices this year.
Ooh, look at that. Growth from the year prior. And don't just take our word for it. These companies produce guaranteed growth year after year after year. And you especially don't get that from a 401k, and especially during a recession.
Agreed. You see, in a recession, people don't panic because they've lost value. They panic because they've lost access. That's the real issue.
Shawn, you ever tried to walk into your bank and ask for a $50,000 withdrawal when their economy's tanking?
Have you ever tried to walk into a bank and ask for $50K when the economy is not tanking? They literally can't give it to you. They don't have the money. You gotta call in a week in advance. They need 2 armed guards and some paperwork signed that you're not under duress before they'll even give you your own money. It's wild.
Well, let's compare that to this. Hey, I'd like to request a $50,000 policy loan.
It's like music to my ears. And that's not a theory, guys. That's how it works. Because your cash value is guaranteed. It doesn't vanish, and the insurance company, they treat it like collateral. So I want to shift gears really quickly, Jonah, and I want to talk about the famous argument. This whole process, it's too slow. It takes forever to build cash value. Now we've heard this from outsiders before, but when do people actually say that?
Usually when they're comparing it to these get-rich-quick schemes and dreams, or when they've bought it from the wrong type of person, the wrong policy, wrong person, whatever combination you want, who did not design this policy for cash value. Or when they thought our videos were about IULs, when we keep saying whole life insurance, WHOLE.
Selective hearing is literally one of the craziest things to see play out. Every single video, we say whole life at least once, and people still ask us if we're talking about IULs. It's hilarious, but I digress. Look, guys, if your policy is built right, which is why you come to someone like us, it's not slow, it's steady. And you tell me, in a recession, would you rather have flashy or reliable?
Reliable. Shawn, we just made a video about accessing the cash value inside an infinite banking policy. So maybe we should include the link right up here and also in the description of this video. Watch that video and then tell me accessing cash value is just too slow. You can.
I couldn't agree more, Jonah. So you may be asking yourself at this point, why do people still doubt it then? It's simple. They're hearing about infinite banking from people who don't actually do infinite banking.
Exactly. They hear whole life and they think grandma's $10 a month Gerber plan, not the high performance cash machines that we help design.
Or they watch our videos on whole life and they assume that the New York Life rep or Jake from State Farm down the street can do what we're doing with the same clarity and efficiency. Let's be clear, infinite banking isn't magic, it's math. And if it's structured right, it's recession resistant by design.
And that structure? That's where most people mess up by choosing just anyone to work with. Or worse, they never even get started because they believe the myth. And that's why we always recommend at least talking to an authorized IBC, Infinite Banking Concept, practitioner about getting started. You don't want to get your plumbing work done by someone without the proper plumbing training, do you? So, does infinite banking work in a recession? Absolutely. If anything, that's actually when it shines.
And hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who's freaking out about the market. I know a couple of those people. Trust me, they're gonna need to see this. I appreciate y'all, and we'll catch you next time.
If you've got questions, you gotta drop them in the comments, or better yet, hit the link in the description of the video so you can watch our full infinite banking presentation. Then you can just book a call with us to see how this system could work for you.